Alright guys, I mentioned it in the first impression video I did for Cabernet that I might turn into a series, and it looks like that's what I'm going to do. So, this is, I'm going to start fresh. If you watched my first impression video from several weeks back, you're going to see some stuff that is familiar because I'm basically replaying the first half of the first chapter of the game. I played a little bit past that. I just played to the beginning of chapter 2, so I still don't really know what's going to happen in the game aside from the first chapter. So, um, yeah, we'll start it up and see how it goes. Like I said, we're gonna go fresh from the beginning here. And for the sake of anybody that has not watched the first impression, I'll probably let as much dialogue as possible play so you can get an idea of the whole story.
Thank you all for coming here today to say goodbye to my Lisa.
Really do like the voice acting in this game.
I never thought I would bury my own daughter, my own blood, my pride, yet I can't do this. Miko, please say something. I just can't.
There. It's all right. What can I say about someone dying so young? Particularly someone as special as Lisa. If I may, I won't dwell on the circumstances of her tragic death today. Instead, I'd like us to celebrate her life. Despite her obvious calling for medicine, when she was little, I always thought she would become...
Okay, so I don't remember what I chose with the first time around, so we're just gonna kind of wing it. Let's go with a writer.
A famous writer. You should have heard how she could spin a yarn. She used to tell me her own fairy tales when she was a young girl. The creatures she made up, the stories she told me. The classic ballads were no match for them. Such a bright girl. Always a top student. Always the pride of her parents. By the time she graduated, Lisa knew everything there was to learn from books about science in our enlightened age.
I want to try to be like this essentially ends up being stats. So I want to try to start off with as well-rounded as I can. I don't remember if there are any particularly relevant choices in the beginning that require one or the other, because I basically have not played this game since I put out my first impressions video. So this is all pretty much fresh. So we're all gonna learn together what choices we should and should have made.
Laws of physics, human anatomy, chemical solutions, you name it. Every time she went on about this scientist or that discovery, she'd light up like a matchstick. Most of the time I couldn't understand a word of it. But I just nodded along and mused at how bright our girl was. I can't tell you how proud we all were when she was accepted at the medical academy. I had no doubt that she was destined for greatness. But to become a doctor, one of the first women to achieve that in the whole country. If someone deserved that honor, it was our Lisa. But my niece was so much more than a gifted student.
Let's go with true friend.
With all of her other talents, above everything else, she was a true and loyal friend. She connected with people easily. She cared deeply about them. Some might even say too much. After all, if she wasn't so thoughtful, maybe she would still be with us.
Makes me think that the reason that she died is because she was trying to save somebody.
But I digress. Please, forgive me. What's done is done. She was my favorite niece. Let us raise a glass to her. Pour some vodka for Kolya, too. He is old enough to send his sister off. A piece of my soul went into the ground with her today, as I'm sure did many of yours. Let those pieces help Lisa, wherever she is now. To Lisa.
When I was a little girl, I often had trouble falling asleep. My mother used to sing me this lullaby to comfort me. Tonight, I slept deeper than I had in my entire life. I had a disturbing dream that a string was coming out of my mouth. When I started pulling it, I realized that it came from all the way down my throat, buried somewhere deep in my body. I kept pulling, but I couldn't go too quickly for fear of burning myself with friction. Finally, the whole string was out. I felt relieved, but also strangely empty. I realized that I was in my bed, with my mother sitting beside me, crying. I didn't know why she was in tears, but I knew it was my fault.
Ominous.
Dear Lord.
Mom? Kolya?
My body feels like it's stuffed with cotton. Like I slept for days. Either this is a nightmare, or I'm in hell. This feels too real to be a dream.
Kerosene lamp.
The cupboard is locked. Why would anyone keep something of value in a place like this?
My medical journal from the academy and my family medallion. Who could have brought this here?
Okay, here we go. Escape the chamber. All right.
Lilies of the valley. My favorite flower. Who put them in this room? It's disturbing to see them here. Locked. Hello? Anyone?
So we'll walk away for now.
Hello? Who is this? I'm locked inside. Please help. Are you still there?
Mysterious.
Maybe you can't talk? Please knock twice for yes and once for no. Thank
Oh,
goodness.
they're there. Although they would have been there if they did knocked once for no, but okay.
Can you help me open the door? Thank you. Thank you so much. Will you help me?
No. Well, damn.
What is it that you want from me?
feel like this could be important later.
I don't have much, but I can owe you a favor?
Deal with the devil.
And it's settled. Whoever you are, do you hear me? If you open this door, I, Elizaveta Morozova, will be in your debt. Ah! What the hell is this?
Yeah.
My shoulder just felt like it was burning up. I can't see anything from this angle. I should check up on it later.
Yeah, that's it sounds exactly like a demonic pact. Okay, cool.
It's open. No one. What have I gotten myself into?
Good question. We have skill points. Character sheet. There we go. Experience points, increase rank. Alright, so how do we have 5 points. So we can max them all into something, or we can try to divide them up. I think I want to just put them all into science and logic, since Liza is a doctor, so that would be more consistent with her, I think. We shall see. Oh, my vampire rank is increased. Seek a way out.
I'm not going back in there.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? What a peculiar painting.
Yeah, I can't do anything with art history or any of that, so...
It smells like death here. There's someone's money in here. I could live on this for a week.
We're gonna
After
take
all
that.
that has happened, I think I deserve this.
I mean, I can get down with some nihilism.
The mirror is covered by a sheet. People only do that when someone dies. Mother explained that this is so the dead soul does not get lost and trapped inside. Silly superstition, of course. We live in the age of science where there's no room for this nonsense.
Oh, snap.
What is this? Where is my reflection? I can't see myself. It must be a trick mirror.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just a trick. I mean, nothing to it. I'm sure it's a trick mirror. Wouldn't worry about it. Wouldn't worry about it at all. Let's go upstairs, though.
Eerie.
Oh, yes, we'll study the painting, because I have a science requirement for that.
It's hard to say without seeing the face, but this dress. Could it be the same girl from the first painting? Oh, this is unbearable. I'm a doctor. I can get through this. I just need to look straight ahead. Give me strength, no matter what is on the other side.
Can do this, Liza.
What in heavens is all this?
Chapter 1. Higher Society.
I will make sense of all this later. Something is wrong. My head is spinning. I feel the floor slipping from under my feet.
Would you look at her? How does one have the gall to show at the Countess's manor in such a filthy outfit?
She must be a nihilist. It It's spreading all over the country like a plague.
You two don't know what you're talking about. It's the latest rage in Paris now. The dirtier, the better.
So was nihilism like 1800s grunge?
Have you heard? The Countess is sending me on a special assignment to the capital.
You lucky devil. I've been stuck here for years. I swear, I'd dull my fangs just to spend a night in the city.
Miss, are you all right?
Mind your own business, Petya. It's rude to stare at a lady.
Sorry.
I know it's not ideal, Countess Orlova, but I'm afraid there is not much we can do at this point.
Of course now there bloody isn't. The right time to act was last week. I don't understand where this influx of product is coming from. It's undercutting our prices. Where were you when I... Who is this creature? Darling, you look like a little domovoy. Come over here. I don't bite.
Hello?
Let's introduce ourselves.
I'm Lisa.
You must be the doctor's new apprentice. Look at you, poor thing. You must be fresh out of the ground.
Excuse me?
Ugh, nobody must have actually inducted you. How typical. No surprise with the men around here. Hussar, why is she in such a state?
She was not supposed to wake.
I'd love to catch you up, dear, but sadly I have some urgent business to attend to. Thanks to this gentleman over here.
She does not sound happy.
Hussar, be a darling and show this young lady around once she's decent.
As you wish, madam. If you'll excuse me, I'll go for a smoke on the balcony. You can find me there.
You're excused. If I recall my first day correctly, your head must be killing you. Here, drink this.
Thank you. May I ask what this is?
If you know too much, you'll grow old sooner. Trust me, it will lift your spirits.
All right, let's drink from the glass.
Whatever this is, it's beyond delicious. It's sweet and thick and tastes like cherry and wild strawberries. Thank you. I do feel a lot better all of a sudden.
Now go change. We can't have you gallivanting around in those scrubs. There is a nice dress about your size in the cloakroom. Consider this my welcome gift.
Thank you kindly, madam. Madam Orlova.
You're welcome, child. Now off you go, change and mingle. Time is money.
When you are healthy, hold shift to increase your walk pace. Alright, let's check out the glossary, because we're getting a whole lot of new definitions. Okay. Steering long lasters for interpreting dreams. Domovoy. In Slavic mythology, a domovoy is a house spirit that watches over a dwelling and has a significant impact on the family's life and well-being. If pleased, a domovoy may be of tremendous value to the inhabitants of a house, but if they upset him or if he simply has a bad temper, it may lead to lost items, illnesses, poverty, and other misfortunes. Sometimes people leave food or other gifts for domovoy to get on their good side. They are often visually represented as covered in soot and dirt. Okay, so that's why the Countess called us that. Medical education, nihilism, the direction of philosophy popularized in Europe in the 18th century, puts social norms, morals, and ideals under scrutiny, or in certain cases rejects them completely. And Francophilia. French. Rulers in Eastern Europe in the 18th century were educated in the French tradition and made a conscious effort to imitate the manners of France. Many people borrowed these mannerisms and used French in their everyday exchanges in an attempt to follow the trends or to show their admiration for the culture. Alright, let's see. Powerful governing body. Produces and approves the laws and code of ethics for the vampires within their domain. International and often shares a common agenda. However, the area's influence are split into counties with different local leaders, and some ruling aspects vary from country to country. Okay, morality, humanity, or nihilism. And a kerosene lamp. Alright, cool. Let's go to, we can't go down there, so we gotta go get an evening dress.
I'm starving, and the food looks so fresh and delicious, but...
But we can't eat it.
The strangest thing is, I have absolutely no appetite for it.
Yeah, funny that. See if we can find the coat room. It's not over here, obviously. Now we can power walk. Power walk. Here it is.
The Countess sure has excellent taste in literature. In other circumstances, I'd spend all day here reading. Another cloth on a mirror. Something bad must have happened.
Yeah, I mean, why use the mirror? It's only
That
we
should
can
do
see
it,
ourselves.
hopefully. Goodness, this must be the dress the Countess was talking about. Such an ornate Western style. It must cost a small fortune. I want nothing more than to change out of this horrible nightgown, but this is just too much.
Yeah, we'll put it on anyway. And it will apparently increase our history and politics.
Perfect. Fits like a glove.
Alright. Also gained experience points for that. That's awesome. Right.
I still don't know what's happening here, or at least I hope I don't. But delaying the inevitable is just tying my stomach in knots. I need to find that young man and learn the truth.
Yeah, we'll do that, but let's talk to some of the, well, maybe it won't let us talk to these people yet.
I just never know what to say to humans. If I'm honest, I find them all a little dull.
That's not fair of you to say, Margarita. It's not their fault that they don't have the advantages of eternal life.
I know. And don't get me wrong, some of my best friends are human. Sometimes I just wish we could convert them all and give them the proper life. But you just can't help everyone.
I imagine there's quite a cost
Please
to that.
tell me you have some good news for me.
It's been 2 weeks since the last Cabernet shipment. The clientele is very unhappy.
I did manage to get in touch with the vendor. He says the conditions for harvesting are getting even worse, thus the interruption. We did reach an agreement though. They are happy to continue. But from now on, it'll be an extra 5 coins per bottle.
Thank goodness. At this point, honestly, whatever it takes. Another week and the Countess would have fried me.
Yeah, they're not going to talk. Let's go find Asar. Let's go find Asar. Cost action points. Okay. Special stopwatch symbol. Each night Liza can spend up to 3 action points. Once the action is complete, an action point will be taken, and the night will move into the next phase. So that's what this thing up here is. Okay, cool.
Good evening, Hussar.
Ah, there's our belle of the ball. Lisa, right? You actually don't look half bad when you're not covered in graveyard dirt.
Graveyard dirt? First the Countess, now you? Why is everyone going on about funerals?
Surely an educated lady like you must have put together who we are by now, haven't you?
don't have a high enough literature.
I'd rather not guess. Please, just tell me straight. Who are you?
Simply, we are vampires.
Is this why I had no reflection in the mirror?
If that's what you're concerned about, you look just fine.
Am I dead?
Does this mean I'm dead?
Dead, alive, who the hell cares? Trust me, Lisa, you just won the lottery.
Move on. Defense mechanism.
I don't even remember how it happened. Must be some sort of a defense mechanism that suppresses a traumatic experience.
That actually does happen quite a bit. That memory usually comes back soon enough.
What about my family? When can I see them?
I was worried you will ask me that. Technically, they think you are dead, and it is best for everyone if they keep thinking that. It's true, too.
I can't just leave them like this. They have to know I'm all right.
Look, I know this is too much for you to take in right now. Maybe that's a conversation we should revisit another time.
Countess calls you Hussar. What's your real name?
At this point, I've been called that far longer than my real name. Just call me that.
All right. Hussar it is.
All right, we will move on.
I have so many questions.
See, that's what I was afraid of. Theory is not my forte. I'm a proponent of learning by doing. Why don't you go talk the ears off some other guests while I finish smoking in peace? After that, I can show you what it's really like to be one of us.
I suppose I can do that.
All right.
Could you at least tell me a little bit about the people, the guests in there?
Oh, come on. Where is your spirit of adventure? I'm sure you'll figure it out on your own.
Here we go. Countess won't be happy.
What is it?
I wonder if the Countess would approve of you pushing your responsibilities off to a bunch of strangers.
Well played. Fine. Let me think for a moment about our fun little group here. You've already met the Countess, so that's a big plus. Not everyone gets to do that in their first month, let alone first day. Who else would you like to know about?
Lady with the purple hair.
Who is the intense lady with the purple hair?
That's Elisa. She is quite important around here. I'd try to start out on the right foot with her if I were you.
Woman in the pink dress.
What could you tell me about the woman in the pink dress?
You must mean Arbin. You know, they say she was born somewhere far to the east. That broad has been around forever. Probably has a tale or two to share.
Young man with the kind eyes.
What about the young man who asked about my health?
Who? Oh, you must mean Petya. He is just a human. Elisa brought him in for fun. He is such a card and has absolutely no clue.
It's kind of cruel.
That sounds cruel.
Don't be like that. It's all in good fun. I suppose that's everyone of note, really. Besides me, of course.
Of course. All right. Thank you kindly. I'll be back soon enough.
No rush, please.
All right, let's go
Locked.
back inside. Wonder if I have enough experience points to level up. Nope, not yet. Need 18 more. Let's go talk to these folks. We're not. Socialize with the guests.
I do actually have a model right here with me. I always carry Matilda with me, just in case a good opportunity strikes. You never know. Look into her eyes. Doesn't she look alive to you? Like she's going to blink?
Yes, well. Apologies.
Bro.
Petya.
Petya, we should probably go and discuss some urgent business with the Countess.
Oh, of course. In fact, I'd love to meet her as...
My guy, that's some Elriz right there.
I don't know how, but I can just sense that he is not one of us. Such a strange feeling. Attraction? No, but something very similar. He is most certainly human.
Most certainly.
Oh, hello. It's you, lady in the nightgown. How are you feeling? I was really worried.
Much better. Thank you. I'm Lisa, by the way.
Of course. Where are my manners? I'm Petya.
It's a pleasure. You were the only one who seemed to care about my illness.
Oh, nonsense. They are a lovely bunch around here, just all very busy. The third group I'm pitching my dolls to, and everyone keeps running off for urgent business.
Maybe no one wants to buy your dolls, Petya. I'm sorry, man. Sorry.
Did you say you're selling dolls?
And making them, yes?
I see you have one with you. May I take a look?
Of course. Matilda here is my favorite. I'd love to get some honest feedback. Well, what do you think?
Oh, it's just lovely. So detailed and human-like. She reminds me of the one I had when I was a little girl.
That's exactly what I wanted to accomplish. Thank you.
Petya may remember this in the future. Okay.
I knew someone here would appreciate it. I'm hoping to show her to the Countess. With her approval, the sky's the limit. You know, making toys is what I wanted to do since I was a little boy. My father always called this foolishness, among other things. Said it's not manly work. I never managed to convince him otherwise.
I'm sorry. That must have been tough.
Well, here I am, still at it. I do have a feeling that I'm onto something with Matilda. Just you wait. My gut tells me that tonight is going to bring something special, and it's never wrong.
Let's hope it's special for a good reason, Petya.
How did you end up being invited here, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, that's all thanks to Elisa, the lovely young woman in the yellow dress. She saw me at the town market and saw some real potential in my work. She said that the people in the manor might be interested in seeing it, and you didn't have to ask me twice.
I see. How is pitching going so far?
I'll admit, it's a little slow, but the night is still young.
You are an optimistic guy, aren't you, Petya?
My mother used to say that my hope will be the death of me.
She's probably not wrong.
But what's the point of living if you don't believe in people and yourself?
You may be right about that. At least, I truly hope you are. Best of luck with everything, Petya. Hope everything works out with the Countess.
Thank you, Lisa. You're very kind.
Right.
Have you tried the Countess's Cabernet? Honestly, I think this may have been the best one I ever tasted.
I prefer to stick to clear drinks around here. If you really want to try some decent Cabernet, stop by my salon on the main street.
Oh, that sounds like a challenge. I'll take you up on that offer.
Okay.
Hello. I don't think I've seen you around here before. I'm Arbin.
I'm Lisa. Good evening to you, too.
You don't sound so sure. Is it really a good one for you?
You're right. If I'm honest, it hasn't been the easiest night.
That's what I thought. My advice is always be honest, unless you absolutely can't be.
It's good advice, Arbin.
In the end, it does make everyone feel better.
That's a good piece of advice.
Stick with me, lovely. I'm chock full of them.
I couldn't help but overhear that you are a wine expert?
I dabble. I run a literary salon in town and serve drinks there.
How exciting. All kinds of interesting people must come by.
You'd be surprised, my dear, and mildly disappointed. I'd love for you to stop by one day. I'll treat you to a round of something nice.
I'll make sure to visit.
Side quests, okay. So there's specific skill or morality levels in order to start or continue with their quests. Okay.
Since you're an expert, may I ask you about the wine that the Countess gave me? I'll admit I found it delicious, but it wasn't really wine, was it?
It was not. Cabernet was sort of our code word for blood, so we don't shock any innocents. And then we just got used to it. Funny how language works, isn't it?
Yes. Funny. Arbin, I've only just been turned, and all of this is very new to me. May I trouble you for some advice?
I hope you don't mind me asking, but has someone in your family enjoyed wine a little too much?
Yes. My father. Wine, vodka, anything he can drink, really. You aren't clairvoyant, are you?
Everyone becomes a little clairvoyant if they live long enough and pay attention. I saw you drinking that glass earlier, and I think you should be careful around it, my dear.
Alcohol's my father's problem. It isn't mine.
It's not just alcohol you should be concerned about. You can keep away from it if you want. Blood, however, you will now have to drink, whether you like it or not.
Whether I like it or not.
Demons are hereditary, my dear. Always remember that.
Well, I should get going.
Well, on that cheery note, thank you, Arbin.
Good luck. I have a feeling we'll see each other soon.
Come on. Don't any of you cowards want to have any fun?
My lady, with all due respect, Russian roulette just seems like, too much fun for the night.
Fine. Get lost then. Be on your merry way. Who knew that the second time I die would be of boredom? Now, would you look at this pretty picture? I could barely recognize you from before. Where did you get this dress?
It's a gift from the Countess. She is very generous.
Huh. I thought it looked familiar. Name is Alisa, by the way.
Lisa, it's a pleasure. So, I've just been turned today.
Congratulations. That must be quite shocking. Thrilling, even. I'm envious, really.
Yes, thank you. I'm not quite sure how to process all this yet. What does one even do with this? Being dead, drinking blood, who knows what else?
Same thing anyone around here does. Masticating plain eternity day after day.
That sounds boring.
Spicing it up any way you can.
Hence the Russian roulette.
We're already dead, aren't we? What else is there to lose? Do you fancy a round?
Maybe some other time.
Suit yourself.
May I ask who was the young man you talked with earlier?
Who, Petya? Why, are you interested?
Goodness, no. I was just making conversation.
Don't be shy. We're not attached. Petya is human. I picked him up at the town market. He is a salesman. A ridiculously bad one at that.
Yeah, he's not very good.
If you two are not an item, may I ask why did you invite him over?
Because it was my turn.
A turn for what?
To spice up the eternity.
So, it's true what they say? Vampires live forever?
We exist forever. We don't live.
That's very pithy.
But then again, few do.
Does this mean that we can't stop existing?
Oh, sweetheart, there is nothing easier. Just stop drinking blood for a few days, fall from a high roof, or just step into the sunlight.
I should probably be writing this all down.
So, now that you have eternity on your side, do you consider your existence more valuable?
It's probably about the same.
No, of course not. Pulse or no pulse, Life is just as valuable as it always was.
I see. In that case, how would you compare the value of your new existence to, say, Petia's?
What a strange
Equal.
question. They are equally important, of course.
Fair enough. Still, it's an interesting thought experiment, isn't it?
Indeed. Excuse me. I think someone is calling for me.
Alright, let's go bother Hussar again. Hussar, you done smoking?
Good timing. I just finished up.
Yes, how lucky.
Don't be snappy, Lisa. Smoking is an important routine for a soldier. Can't be interrupted.
Which
A
division?
soldier, huh? And which division were you in, exactly?
We can talk about the divisions some other time, perhaps. So, are there any other questions you have left for me?
What is going on in the basement of the manor? It's absolutely terrifying down there.
Oh yes, the basement. If I were you, I would just forget all about it.
Oh, you know I can't do that.
Excuse me?
All I know is that Countess conducts her business and she doesn't enjoy people meddling in it.
If it's so confidential, how come I ended up there in the first place?
Minor oversight. You were supposed to be moved upstairs before you were up, but appears that you are an early riser.
And whose oversight was it, may I ask?
Let's not focus on casting blame, shall we? I say all's well that ends well.
Yeah, you would say that.
Are there any other questions you have left for me?
Who ended up letting me out of the chamber?
If I'm honest, I haven't the foggiest idea. I thought you knew.
Well, I don't. And whoever it was gives me the goosebumps. On top of everything, I ended up promising them a favor and felt a bad burn on my shoulder right after that. Do you know what it could possibly be?
Let me take a look. Oh, brother.
What? What is it?
It could be nothing, really. No need to worry. Just make sure that you show this to the doctor when you see him, all right?
Sound like nothing.
All right.
So, are there any other questions you have left for me?
If vampires are real, does this mean other fairy tales are?
You'll have to be more specific than that.
Rusalkas? Domovoys? Ghosts?
Yes, no, yes. We'll spend all night here if we keep talking about flora and fauna. If you want my advice, focus on yourself first. That always ends up working for me. So, are there any other questions you have left for me?
I suppose that's it for the time being.
Perfect. If you don't mind me asking, what do you make of all this? I take it you've done a couple laps around the ballroom. Learned a little more about what it's like to be one of us.
Keeping an open mind.
Well, I'm obviously still in shock, but
Yes?
from a scientific perspective, I have to admit I'm curious. This is certainly a unique condition we are in. I'd love to learn more about it for my studies.
I'm impressed. I can certainly see now why the doctor chose you as his apprentice. All right. Have you read Thunderstorm?
I don't have high enough literature.
I'm not so sure. Why?
Well, unlike Katerina in the play, you no longer need to wonder why people can't fly.
How did you do that?
By sheer will, Lisa. It's very simple.
How were you even talking with me in such a state?
That's yet another benefit of being one of us. We can project our thoughts into people's minds. I prefer it, really. I find normal speech kind of primitive.
Why don't you do it all the time, then?
I'd love to, but you don't want to get too used to it and scare a human by accident. Now why don't you try it? Let's see what kind of bat you are.
I've unlocked a new ability. Hold right click to access vampire abilities and turn to a bat.
Goodness!
Isn't this a hoot? Come on, I'll show you around.
Screen informs whether the bat shifting is currently possible, and while in bat shape, descend on a surface from above until a landing circle appears underneath you. Alright, easy enough.
Seems like you're catching on. Follow me.
I can't believe I'm actually flying.
All this talk about death, but don't you feel more alive than you ever have right now?
Humans direct sight, bat indicator bone. There we go.
Shh. There. Look.
If only I had 3 coins to my name, then I'd show 'em. They'd all see.
See what?
Is this what you wanted to show me? A drunk peasant?
What I wanted to show you is how to use your new powers. Meet Trophime. He is the Countess's former serf, now custodian and coachman. Among other things, he makes sure no one goes in or out of here without her permission. Important man. Now, come with me. How is life, Trophime?
My lord, is that you? Or the bottle you gave me? Highest quality. Much obliged.
I can see that. It's nearly empty already. All right, enough pleasantries. Watch this.
What happened to him? Is he all right?
He is fine. We call this enchantment.
What does enchantment do, exactly?
It makes people tranquil. While they are in trance, they don't feel pain or have a clear memory of what happened.
Like anesthesia.
Is it like anesthesia?
In a way. I bet you this fellow in the States who invented it is a vampire.
You mean William Morton?
Mm-hmm. I heard the doctor was toying with that idea before the discovery. He was not happy the Americans figured it out first.
So they don't remember anything once they're enchanted?
Not quite. They may not remember what happened, but they won't forget how you made them feel.
Sounds like a subject for some awkward conversations.
You don't know the half of it yet. You'll see.
So, how do I enchant someone? I don't know if I can whistle like you.
Don't worry. Whistling is just for me. It's like a cure for the hiccups. Everybody has their own way. When you need it, it will come to you.
Does this mean you can just come up to anybody and make them tranquil?
In theory, but it's not quite that simple. Firstly, they have to like you, an important condition. Without it, the charm won't work.
That is an important condition.
Secondly, you should only do it to humans.
So it doesn't work on other vampires?
I didn't say that.
Hmm?
There are rumors that the best of the best can indeed enchant their own kind. But I don't even know if the Countess has that kind of power. Besides, this would certainly not be considered ethical by our vampire brothers and sisters.
Good to know.
I bet they wouldn't mind to have that power, though.
Oh, without a doubt.
So why would you want to enchant someone?
I thought you might ask that. There are 2 main reasons. 1. People in a trance are easily suggestible. You can use that to influence their thoughts and opinions.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, I didn't say you have to do it, did I? Everyone lives with their own choices.
True.
When you say influence their thoughts, does this mean they will do anything I say?
Only within reason, of course, especially when you are a beginner. Impression is a delicate art and takes a lot of practice.
And what is the second reason?
I think you already know.
What have you done?
I just opened him up for you. Don't worry, he'll be just fine unless we bleed him dry. Come here. It's time for you to learn how to feed.
I don't know if I'm ready.
You're as ready as you'll ever be.
How do I turn?
Just relax and let your instincts take over. It will come naturally.
Okay, turn to a vampire by choosing it in the ability wheel. Change into your true form. It's ominous.
My mouth, it's bleeding.
Of course, I forgot to warn you. Sorry. Don't worry, it's normal. That happens when your fangs are out for the first time. It will recover in a minute.
His skin smells like wild berries. But not just the smell, the promise of warmth that draws you, the promise of being whole. I want to feel it on my teeth, in my body. No, I can't do this. I don't think I can do it. I'm sorry.
All right. But if the Countess asks, promise you'll say that you've done it. I don't want to get in trouble because you chickened out.
I promise.
Remember, you have to learn to do it to survive. I better get back to my other errands. Don't want to get my tunic wet. Do you remember the way back?
I do. Hussar?
Thank you.
Thank you for your help. I had a rough day and it means a lot to me.
Don't mention it. I ended up having a decent time myself. I'll see you soon.
I should get back to the manor and talk with the Countess. I'll process this all later. Where will I live? What's next? There's so much I have to sort out first.
There is a lot. We have to figure it out.
But first, Hussar said I can influence someone who is enchanted.
Oh
I
boy.
should try it on Trophime.
Hypnotism. Approach the enchanted victim in your human form and press left click. Once you see the hypnotism icon, the victim can't be hypnotized more than once a day. Okay.
Can you hear me, Trophime? Here is something I'd like you to do. You will start pacing your drinking.
Okay. Let's check some of our glossary, because we've been getting a lot of stuff. That's all tutorial stuff. What's a Rusalka? Commonly associated with the water. Possessing the visage of a young woman. Some regional folklore even describes it as displaying characteristics of a Piscean nature. Whilst older texts often speak of its benevolent nature, guiding the harvest and spring fertility, the Rusalka has become more frequently linked to death and drowning, a restless spirit seeking revenge for wrongs committed. That's pleasant. Alright, a hussar was a type of light cavalry soldier. Reputation for debauchery and womanizing. In the case of hussar, the job became the name. Literary salon. Spread part of Francophile culture. Referred to as the town's literary salon. Russian roulette is an extreme game of chance, potentially lethal outcomes. Yes. Everybody knows what Russian roulette is, right? Thunderstorm is a drama in 5 acts by Alexander Ostrovsky, written in 1859. The play follows Katerina, a young woman who had a happy life in childhood. However, after her marriage, she ends up in a harsh, tyrannical environment and becomes a metaphorical prisoner in her new home. One of the thematic questions Katerina poses in the play is, why do not people fly just like birds? Serfdom. Serfdom was a system in which laborers' serfs were tied to particular plots of land, working the fields and following the commands of the landlord. A serf was essentially owned by whomever was in charge of the land. While serfdom was technically abolished in name in many Eastern European countries by the mid-19th century, it continued in practice well beyond this time. Alright, death amnesia. Common side effect. Turning into a vampire. Telling someone the details of their turning is discouraged by higher society, as it may cause additional trauma during the already uneasy transition. Memory ones with death turns return within the year of becoming a vampire. However, in certain cases, death amnesia may last decades. Strictly prohibited from contacting family. Cabernet is a human blood-based liquid that can replace traditional feeding for vampires. I bet it's some sort of alchemy thing. Maybe simple certain instructions. Higher society considered highly unethical to feed on a human being without enchaining them first. Okay. Or to feed on a human being, one must first enchant them in a private location. Not following this rule is considered to be a crime punishable by death by sunrise. So as not to raise unnecessary attention to the vampiric world, a vampire should endeavor to not drain their victim to death. Of course, accidents do happen. If such an incident occurs, vampiric medical professionals must state the cause of death as a snake bite to avoid suspicion. True formulation of their fangs or gums start bleeding profusely, releasing some of the stale leftover blood from their formerly human body. Okay, that's cool. That's a new one. Alright, well, I guess let's go back to the manor. Oh boy, what was that?
What was that?
Yeah. Nothing good, I'm sure.
Looks like the banquet is over. Someone is still inside, though.
Oh boy.
I don't understand. How could this even happen?
Do you have no self-control at all?
It's Petya's doll, Matilda. This is so unsettling. What is this?
It's
My
Petya.
God!
Completely foreseeable outcome. Yeah, he's dead.
What the hell happened here?
It's all Victoria's fault. I told her he's almost empty, but she wouldn't listen.
What do you want from me? I was starving, and you two barely left me anything.
Doesn't matter now. We drained a man. Not anywhere, but at the Countess's manor. Someone is gonna fry for this, and it sure as hell won't be me.
Are you mad? No one's gonna be executed for this. He's just a human.
You monsters. How could you do this?
And who are you exactly?
That's right. Hasn't been a vampire for 5 minutes and thinks she knows everything.
Oh boy.
Come with me, my dear. This is not your mess to sort out.
It's Petya's doll, Matilda. This is so unsettling.
Alright, Arbin. What's going on?
Those morons. I knew I couldn't leave them alone with him.
I just can't seem to make sense of it. I talked with Petya not even an hour ago.
I'm so sorry. He didn't need to die today.
What happens now?
Well, the Countess won't like this one bit. I can tell you that much.
Is she sympathetic to humans?
I wouldn't say that. However, she doesn't like murders being linked up to her property.
Who does? I can't blame her.
She will find her way out of this, no doubt. But those three in the ballroom, we'll have to see.
Back in the room, they said someone will be fried. What does that mean?
I don't know if you've heard this yet, but we can't be in the sun. It destroys us.
I did read about that in the folk tales.
The stories are true. Sometimes it's used as a form of capital punishment for our kind.
What do you think will happen to those three outside?
Murdering a human, sadly, isn't a big crime in our community. I don't think it will come to that. If I had my guess, I'd say they will get their fangs dulled for troubling the Countess. They will grow back after a month or two, but before then, they will have to feed solely on Cabernet, and it isn't cheap.
What if they can't afford it?
They will just have to find a way. Some take loans, some steal. Without blood, we are like humans without water.
Arbin?
Yes?
Do you know what will happen to me now? I don't even know who I am anymore. What do I do? Where do I live?
I understand it's not an easy day. We all went through this at some point. All the answers will come at the right time. For now, you just need to wait it out till someone sends for you.
I must admit, I feel quite restless.
Listen, not many of us might say this to you, so I want to do it. Being one of us doesn't just mean hurting people for your own benefit. It doesn't have to be. To me, it means that I have an eternity to become better, learn from my mistakes, absorb the knowledge about the world.
I suppose that's one way to look at it.
You know, the Countess has a wonderful library over here.
I feel like Arbin is going to be like the humanity, and then Elise is going to be like nihilism. It's going to set up sort of like a moral dichotomy.
Why don't you grab a book and use this time to learn something new?
Okay.
Perfection comes in little steps.
Thank you for all your help and kindness, Arbin. It feels really good to have a friend around here.
I know it can't be easy for you right now in all this madness. It's hard to adjust. I learned that the hard way, trust me. Here, I want you to have this.
Oh, small vial of blood.
This should give you a little boost when you need it. Clear your head. It's not going to last long, but it will give you a little peace of mind for the time being. I should go now, my dear. You know where to find me. Next time, a drink at my bar is on me.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Can read books to pass time and increase knowledge stats. Okay, let's see what we got. An epic poem, which will increase your literature and writing. The seagull will increase art, music. Jekyll and Hyde will increase science and logic. Red and the Black. Broad on politics and romance. Let's read that. After moral poisoning, one requires physical remedies and a bottle of champagne. Can't argue with that.
My fault. Stop blaming me for everything.
Oh man.
I should see what all this ruckus is about.
Yeah, we will once we check our character sheet. And we still don't. Oh, we have points. We can dump some points into something. We should probably put some points into music and arts by now, right? Alright, let's go see what's going on in the ballroom. What's going on in the ballroom? You will make choices in Cabernet, some of little and some of big consequence. You will not always know which one is which. Some of those consequences will be marked on the screen by this symbol. Okay.
They must have taken Petya's body away. Lord only knows what they'll do to it. My God, what happened here?
Idiots being punished for their own stupidity.
Did you kill them?
I took that snake's fangs out. We'll see how she does now. I wasn't sure what to do when I saw him, but then I thought about something you said earlier.
Really? What was it?
That mortal life has the same value as eternal existence.
Oh, okay. Elisa took that to heart.
I don't know if it's true, but it certainly helped me find my rage. Still, this isn't going to bring him back.
I'm so sorry about Petya. He seemed like such a nice boy.
It was always a risk. Life goes on, or whatever it is we have. But thank you. You must be curious about what happens to you now.
I'd be lying if I said otherwise.
The way it works is that you get assigned to the one who turned you for the apprenticeship. I believe you are the doctor's disciple.
I don't really remember much before I woke up. The doctor. He was a traveling doctor that came to the city, wasn't he? He was a vampire?
He certainly was. It will all come back eventually. Don't worry about it now. Countess has a coachman, Trophime. He will take you to the doctor's place in town. He is rough around the edges, but you can learn a lot from him.
May I speak with the Countess herself?
You need to be a little more important for that to happen. Trust me, she'll send for you soon. She has errands for us all. You will be no exception.
I understand.
Good girl. You should go. Trophime will be waiting for you, and the sun is not getting any lower. I've unlocked the door by the balcony. It'll lead you to the stairs and outside.
Okay.
Hey, Lisa?
Yes?
Never mind.
What is it?
You've only turned recently. When was the last time you watched the sunrise?
It must have been a couple weeks ago. I was studying late for my exams.
What did it feel like?
Well, I was worried about the day to come, and when a ray of sun fell on my face, I don't know. I felt warm, hopeful. Why do you ask?
No reason. It's just been a while since I've seen one. You will hear from the Countess soon.
I'm sure I will.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask you. Could you please take this ugly doll with you? I can't keep looking into its dead eyes.
Does it remind you of Petya?
Just take it with you, please.
All right, I will.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
I swear it just blinked.
Creepy. Creepy doll. Alright, let's get out of here.
Hello again, Trophim.
Evening, my lady. Forgive me, but have we met before?
He doesn't remember.
That's right. He must not remember me because of the enchantment. Oh, no. Lisa just mentioned your name when she directed me to you.
But of course, silly me. I was worried I forgot. Happens to me after vodka sometimes.
Are you fit to drive?
I am, my lady. Truth be told, I had a drink or two earlier tonight, but then the strangest thing happened. I must have fallen asleep and woke up not remembering a thing, but sober as a judge. Must be the fresh air.
Yes, must be it.
In any case.
Shall we head out?
Of course, my lady. Your wish is my command. Mistress Orlova arranged for you to be taken in and out of the town as you see fit, at no charge.
Well, that's convenient.
Whenever you need a ride, myself or another driver should be ready to pick you up.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Don't thank me, my lady. Countess's orders are the law around these parts.
Well, in that case, send her my thanks.
Will do. Get in, my lady. Don't be shy. Marta and I will get you to your new lodgings in no time. One more thing. I'm afraid you'll have to wear a blindfold, my lady. Mistress doesn't want anyone knowing where the manor is.
It's wise. Alright, off we go. Going to town. Going to town. Yeah.
We're here, madam. You may take the blindfold off.
So this is my new home.
So it's
Whoa,
like,
Marta.
it's like we just completed like the tutorial chapter, pretty much. Oh snap.
What? Where do all these sparks come from? What is happening to me?
That's the sun, madam. You must go inside your new home soon. But don't worry, there's still some time until sunrise. Doctor's flat is on the second floor. Door on the right side.
Didn't say proximity to her vessel before the sun is up, otherwise she will be burned on the spot and suffer permanent death. Let's give Trophim a coin.
Thank you, Trophim. Here's for your trouble.
You're too kind.
It's my pleasure. Be safe, Trophim.
If I'm honest, madam, no one is really safe here.
That's ominous.
Go, Marta.
Oh.
Alright, what's going on over here? I can't do anything with that. I think that's a collectible that we get later on. Oh, I need invitation. To enter a non-public area of empires must first receive an invitation from the owner. Entries unavailable to Lisa are marked by the invitation icon. You can also see which characters' domains you don't have an invitation to by finding a lock symbol above their portrait in the relationship map. Okay. It's good to know. Okay, so the stopwatch actually moves in like kind of real time now, instead of just like quarters from doing
Pavel,
set
dear,
tasks.
you shouldn't bother with an old bag like me. Surely you have better things to do.
Nonsense. I always have time for you. Besides, ticks are no joke. Good thing I noticed it when I did. One more day and the parasite could have dug itself fully into your body.
My goodness. Well, thank you kindly, Doctor. Once again, you are my savior.
I'll check up on you in a couple of days to make sure the bite area doesn't look infected. Lisa, is that you?
Oh, this must be the new apprentice you were talking about.
Indeed.
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
Thank you again, Doctor, for taking pity on an old woman.
So these people know me.
Hello, little dove.
I don't know them.
You look like you've seen a ghost. Are you all right?
It's just been a rough day.
Ah, that's what I thought. You poor girl.
Thank you.
As we are neighbors now, call me Fahina. I'll be right next door if you ever want to check up on an old woman. Don't be a stranger.
Oh, just got an invitation.
Welcome, Lisaveta. I've been looking forward to your arrival.
Good evening, Doctor. I was told I'll be staying here for the time being. Thank you for your hospitality.
Of course, it's the least I could do. Tonight was your initiation night, wasn't it? I trust everything went smoothly?
May I ask you something?
Certainly.
Why were you not at the manor tonight? I could have used some help there.
My apologies. I got tied up with work. Crucially important research. As a fellow scientist, I figured you'd understand. I know it's been a lot to take in. I also know that I am partially responsible for your condition. I turned you into what you are now, and I will guide you through it.
Okay, so this guy is our maker.
I have so many questions.
I can only imagine, dear. Sadly, time is not on our side right now. The sun will come up shortly, so we'd be wise to leave them till later.
Could have happens now.
Starting tomorrow, I would like you to work with me as an apprentice and help me with my research. In return, you'll have your own room here in the apartment.
Would I have a room to myself?
Of course. A bright mind needs space for work and contemplation. It's not much, but I hope you grow to feel at home there. Your vessel is already inside.
My vessel?
Yes, the coffin that you were buried in.
Goodness, but why?
When the sun is up, you can only be safe when you are near it. An obscure rule, but life of our kind is riddled with those, I'm afraid.
It is kind of strange.
Now, go and have some rest. Isn't that what they say? You'll rest when you're dead?
That's right. Let's see if that's true.
By the way, I left an outfit in your wardrobe that you may find more appropriate for your medical work around town. It's probably a bit old-fashioned for a city girl like you, but it's all I have. Now, time for you to get some well-deserved rest.
Thank you, Doctor. Good night.
I got all kinds of books we can read, but we don't have time for that right now.
Doctor's medical bag. It holds everything I need in case of an emergency.
Alright, we got the medical bag.
It's almost sunrise. I shouldn't leave the house at this hour.
Okay, well, which one is... Oh, this one over here. This is my room. Chapter 2. Parasites and Sycophants.
After passing that threshold, I feel so safe all of a sudden. I think it has something to do with the coffin, the vessel. Ironic that something like that can bring a sense of calmness.
Vessel indicator. Sunrise is the bane of every vampire. In order to withstand the daylight hours, vampires must be in close proximity to their vessel, usually the coffin they were buried in. The vessel indicator in the bottom left corner of the screen shows whether Lisa is close enough to her vessel to survive the upcoming day. Okay. And then from playing around in my last preview, I found that you can manually save by the vanity or I don't know if all mirrors do it, but I know that the vanity in Lisa's room does it.
Strange. Can't imagine the doctor getting much use from this, even back when he was a human. Lovely vanity, though.
Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, I haven't played this game in like 3 months, so we're gonna overwrite and just play from the beginning, like I said. So, we are good. And with that said, I'm gonna stop right now with this one. We will continue with Chapter 2 in the next installment. Hopefully you guys like this. Hopefully you like my appropriately spooky setup I got going on here. So yeah, we will continue on with this. Like I said, I'm going to make this my series for the time being, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. It's a lot more involved than my last series because there's actually spoken voice. So theoretically, if you don't feel like watching me just stare at a computer screen with a game playing for an hour, then you can just listen to it and enjoy the story of the game. So that said, thanks everybody, and I will see you in the next one.